Now, it's the ultimate workplace showdown as New South Wales orders its public servants back into the office. Across the border, Victoria is promising a hybrid working utopia. So will workers look for jobs elsewhere?
In New South Wales, thousands of government workers are revolting, their managers calling for calm. The chaos sparked by this Monday morning memo bombshell.
The more our experience of work is shared, the more united we become. That means being physically present in our organisations.
The New South Wales government ordering its staff to work primarily from the office, at least 3 days per week. The Premier declaring war on working from home.
85% of the 400,000 public servants don't have an option to work from home. You can't be a nurse in your tracky dacks in the lounge room, and you can't teach a class in your backyard while you're doing jobs around the house.
I think it is a good idea. You can connect with your teams.
Oh, God, no.
It's nice to come to the city, experience the vibe.
I think it helps boost the economy, and particularly for small businesses.
I just feel like working from home is actually quite a bit more productive.
As for the issue of insufficient office space to accommodate returning workers,
There's a lot of available commercial office space for rent. We're happy to take the lease.
and across the country, businesses who've been struggling for trade in our CBDs have been inspired by Minz's words. The Victorian Chamber of Commerce calling on its government to follow Minz's lead.
We've had, our biggest competitor in terms of states throwing down the gauntlet. They know that that is going to drive their economy forward. We can't afford to be left flat-footed here now.
But the Victorian government spotted a different kind of opportunity.
Any public servants from New South Wales who lack flexibility in their workplace should consider moving to Victoria.
And today, the gloves were off.
Certainly I'd welcome New South Wales public servants that want to move to Victoria. We hear loud and clear from working families that this is a good arrangement.
And at the end of the day, frankly, with all of the lockdowns in Melbourne, I would have thought a lot of people in Victoria would be desperate to get out of the house.
So, as the battle lines are drawn, will work-from-home lovers take it lying down?
So I would move to Victoria if it meant I could work from home.
I'd think about it.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Actually, maybe. It's so much easier working from home. So much easier.
COVID forced a lot of people home for a very long time.
And that wasn't our idea.
No, that's
true. That was their idea.
That's it.
And now it's their idea that people come back to work.
We are 4 years down the track, though.
Yeah.
Is it time?
Sure. Do I get to make the ultimate call?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think actually that's what this,
Yeah.
I think it's probably reasonable to expect that people show up at a workplace. But I also understand, like that last chick was going, it's so much easier to work from home.
Yes.
Much easier.
But this is not asking people to come back 5 full days a week.
No,
It's just like a maximum of 3.
3 days. Are they not turning up at all?
Well, I think some people aren't. But 3 days look, I don't know what people's splits are, but 3 days in the office is great. Do you know what I mean? You get to see everyone, check in, then you get a few days at home to work and do what you need to do. I think it's so reasonable.
I think that modern day workplaces still need to be taking into account flexibility when it comes to workers. Otherwise, they're not going to have the staff. So while I may think
flexible?
I think that it will be for some and it won't be for others.
That's right. Like in the story, is it flexible for a nurse?
No,
there's just going to be those who
teachers.
have flexibility and those who don't.
But for people who have managed to be able to work from home for the last 3 years and can argue that maybe their productivity hasn't been hampered, I don't know how legit that is, but I think that workers definitely do need to be taking that seriously. Otherwise, you are just going to lose your workforce. They will go somewhere else. So maybe 3 days works for someone else, but maybe another person has to work 2 days a fortnight in the office.
But what about the poor people in the city, Georgie Tunney? They've got no one to sell noodles and coffee to. Like, really?
We're part of a
The
society,
cafes,
right?
Like, if we
We're
want
talking
those
about
people.
recession fears, and this is about getting people back out there and back into the
Sure.
city and being part of the...
Yeah.
It's a tricky one, though, because they did force us home.
And it is good to work from home and be able to do your washing and play with your cat. It is good.